What's up guys, it's Matt from TDM Style here and welcome back to the channel for another hair product review, and this week we're talking about the two brand new drops from Stickmore. We've got their Boost Tonic and their Styling Cream. Now, I've actually been a tester for both of these products for the past several months, so I've had my hands on these for quite some time, but they recently just dropped the final versions. So Jacob and Cyrus did send me these full-size ones once the final releases came out, so as always, thank you so much to the guys over at Stickmore, just really great guys. But yeah, so let's get into the actual products. So their Boost Tonic is a water and aloe-based tonic. It does have some oils in it, but just be aware it is not an oil tonic. They're very different things, and this is really meant to give your hair a big volume boost. It's got some added hold in there. It's going to make your hair nice and soft and give it a nice natural shine, and this comes in at $25 US. And their styling cream is meant to be just a very lightweight, super, very strong holding matte finish product. Once again, for big volume, this comes in at around about $23 US, and you can get both of these on SlikhaarShop as well for those of you who are overseas. All right, now as far as the packaging, the Boost Tonic comes in this massive 9.52 ounce amber plastic bottle. It's got these kind of sepia colored labels on it. I love this. I think that this just screams like classic barbershop, just the look of it. I mean, this is something you would see sitting on a shelf in a barbershop when you're going to get your hair cut by some awesome 90-year-old man who's been doing it his whole life. Just really like the packaging on this one. And it's a fucking huge bottle, so that's gonna last you forever. And the styling cream comes in their standard 4-ounce plastic pomade jar with an aluminum lid and their stick-on labeling. So standard pomade packaging here. I do like the kind of white and silver color scheme though. Some of the silver bits are a little bit hard to read in the directions, but no big deal. I don't know. I think it still looks nice, and once again, I think it looks like, kind of a classic barbershop type of product. So quickly into the scent. As you can probably imagine if you've tried any other Stickmore stuff, the styling cream does have their Stickmore original scent on it. Fuck. And it's a really great scent, honestly. It is a cologne type scent, but they've really, I don't know, it's just it's more refined to me. This is not a fuckboy cologne scent. It's complex, but it's light, it's clean, it's a little peppery, it's a little bit cologne-y, so it's masculine, but it's not overpowering, it's not too punchy. I know that Kai over at Kai Groomed he said it kind of smelled like Dior Sauvage cologne, which actually I haven't used, so I can't say whether it does or not, but I think it smells great. And the Boost Tonic, I half expected this to have the same Stickmore original scent as well, but to my surprise, it doesn't. And this, to me, it just smells like a classic, talcum powder, baby powder scent. It's a little bit sweet, it's very baby powdery, and just a little bit cologne-y. Once again, to me, this is just classic barbershop. All right, now ingredients, we're not gonna go too deeply into it because there is a lot of ingredients on these, but I will have them listed either in the description below or at least have a link to the website for you so you can read the whole thing. But we'll start with the Boost Tonic. So as I mentioned, it is water-based. We've also got aloe vera juice in there, and then we have just a huge amount of various oils. So we've got, let's see, meadow foam oil, avocado oil, hemp seed oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, and then we've got things like silk protein, wheat protein, quinoa protein. So just lots of things that are really meant to kind of strengthen your hair and just give it a nice smooth natural shine and a nice just soft feel to it. And as far as the styling cream, this is water-based as well, and then we've got microcrystalline wax, a few different types of castor oil in there. We've got rice bran wax, avocado oil, and a little bit of diatomaceous earth. All right, now let's crack into these bitches. I'll show you what's actually inside of these things, and then we'll move over to the demo footage so we can see see how that applies to the actual application and styling into the hair. So for the Boost Tonic, it is milky in color. It's a little bit light. It's not like super thick or anything. And when you get it into the hands, it does have a bit of a slick feel. To me, it almost feels kind of like a smoothing serum, but not quite. It's an interesting texture. Now for the styling cream, getting inside the jar, you will see this just kind of perfect bright white cream, and scooping this out is literally like a fucking cloud. It is so light, so soft, and it just comes out with absolutely no pressure at all. Once you get it into the hands though, you will immediately feel some tack, some grippiness, some dryness, so that will give you an idea of how that's going to behave going into the hair. All right, now we're gonna go over to the demo footage. So we'll use the Boost Tonic first, and basically that just goes into wet hair, and we're gonna blow dry it into shape, and then I will finish off the style with the styling cream. All right, so here we are with wet hair, and so we're gonna go in with the Boost Tonic first. Though before we do that, I should comb through this mess. All right, now you do want to shake well before you use this. Yeah. All right, now they say to go in with about a, dime to a nickel sized pool. That talcum powder scent, boy. All right, so now we're just gonna go in like we normally would with any pre-styler and make sure you get good even coverage. So it does have a slick feel in the hair, so you can, it's pretty easy to tell once you've got it nice and evenly distributed, and I always like to comb through just to make sure. Now this does have some added hold to it, so just be aware that when you blow dry it, it is going to give you a little bit of grip with your brush. All right, this bitch about to get boosted. That was stupid. Why did I do that? Woo, yes, Boost Tonic. So you can see now my hair is feeling super soft. It's got a nice shine to it. It's got some big volume, and just that little bit of hold in there just to really kind of like, start off your final style shape. That's a weird phrase, style shape. So obviously, if you didn't, kind of fuck up blow drying back here like I did, and you wanted to go with a super natural, soft-looking style, you could do this by itself. So that's the one caveat to me blow drying my hair down here in my kind of recording space, is that I don't have a proper mirror set up. I have this little guy, so I have to keep my head kind of tilted down more, and it makes blow drying this section here a little bit difficult. So obviously it's wanting to go the wrong way, but that's kind of a perfect opportunity to use some of this, because I've found that this hold is so strong that it actually is one of the few like super light kind of matte paste-ish styling cream products that is strong enough to hold that section going the way that I want. All right, so we're just gonna go in with a tiny scoop. Definitely, I recommend using small scoops with this and layering as you go, because number one, you don't need a lot. And number two, it does have some dryness and some grip. So if you go in with a big old glob of it, you're gonna have a bad time. All right, so, but with all that being said, like I mentioned, you do certainly feel the tack and grip in your hands, but the first scoop applies really very smoothly, which was a very nice surprise for me, because I fully expected it to be, super sticky and strong and whatever, and it's really not. I mean, you can see right now, like, it's gliding through my hair nice and easily. I can feel the grippiness of it though, and now with this being a, quite dry, very matte product, you basically get your final just matte finish immediately. There's really no set time to it. So that little tiny scoop is really, it's almost all I need. I mean, for me, this is like ideal, because it's got a strong enough hold that I know it's going to stay in place all day, but it still feels super light. It feels flowy. It's got some movement, and it's not, overly dry or sticky or anything. But because I am worried about this bitch right here just going to go and flop out that way, I am going to layer in a second tiny scoop. There she goes. That's so annoying, that back section there. So that's really what I'm going to concentrate on with this second scoop here. A little bit in the front. Alright, now as I mentioned, this is a quite dry product, and it does have that bit of, diatomaceous earth in there. So if you've got a coarse hair type like me, you probably will feel a bit of that kind of tangly ends thing when you're styling it in initially. Like right now, with the second scoop, it is getting a bit grippy, but it's not unbearable. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. That back section isn't being too much of a bitch, so I think we're going to be pretty well off. Alright, and now we'll have a look here. This is at the end of the day, about 8 hours later, so you can see basically my hair is just unchanged. The volume is still there, the product still feels super lightweight, and honestly, with those 2 tiny scoops of styling cream, this bitch ain't gonna even move, which I find impressive about that. I mean, it's a really, really strong hold, but the product feels so light in the hair. It feels like when you're just kind of standing there, it feels like you've got nothing in your hair. There's certainly no weighing down of the hair going on or anything. If I do run my fingers through it, being a person with a wavy coarse hair type, I do get a little bit of that kind of dry, tangly ends feeling here, which normally happens for me whenever I use products that contain diatomaceous earth, as well as just these kind of super matte products. And in this case, I'm willing to deal with that because the hold and the texture and the volume are so good, and I don't have to restyle this throughout the day. Like, I can just set it in shape and then I'm good. And I feel like this is something that if you're a person with finer hair or straighter hair, that's not going to be a problem for you at all. That's actually going to be probably quite helpful. Just plump the hair a little bit, really give you a nice, coarse texture. It groups those hair strands together nicely, kind of like a clay type texture. But yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with the hold strength. I mean, especially even at my current hair length, I've got like, it's down to about the tip of my nose now, so my hair is getting pretty long, and yeah, this product holds up no problem at all, even with just a tiny amount. And as far as the washout, I mean, the Boost Tonic, you're not going to really feel that at all. It just makes your hair feel nice, but it is water-based. But the styling cream, being water-based as well, this just comes straight out with a water rinse for me, so I know for a lot of you that will probably be a big positive. Alright guys, so overall thoughts, on the Stickmore Boost Tonic and styling cream. They fucking killed it again, man. I mean, the Boost Tonic, really, really love that. It makes my hair feel great, gives you a nice natural shine, big volume, and just the right amount of hold where you do get some grip with the brush when you're blow drying, but it's like just that right amount of grip where it helps you style, but it's not like sticking or, pulling hairs out or anything. And then once you're done blow drying, it just feels totally like super healthy, soft, silky. And the styling cream, yeah. So I mean, for me, this isn't something that I would necessarily use every day, just because I don't always want like a super strong hold. However, actually, it does work too. I've noticed for me, if I just take like one small scoop and put that in, that's just enough where it gives me like a really nice medium to medium firm hold where it's not quite as dry, it's a little more flowy, so it is a good option for that as well. You can also, put it in before blow drying, just a tiny bit, if you want to use it as a pre-styler and just get some like fucking massive volume in there. So I think these guys just put in a lot of hard work. I know the styling cream they were working on for a long time. They went through a lot of revisions trying to get it something where it's just, super smooth application, but with a super strong hold and a super matte finish, which is really hard to do. So I definitely think these are worth checking out. I've got them both in my hair right now as well, and it's like rock solid, and it just looks great. Perfect, like, it is a super matte finish, but it leaves you with that kind of the natural sheen of your hair in there. It's just, yeah, really, really good stuff. So that does it for today's review, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please stay tuned. I've got so many products coming up. I honestly, it's tough. Like, I'm falling behind because I have so many products to get to, which is really exciting. I've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all that. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.